Hello there, welcome to my channel. I'm Angela from artery.com. I've got two reviews in one for this time. The first thing we're going to be reviewing is Altenew ink pads. I've never used Altenew before. I have been on the lookout for some new ink pads or a new ink brand because I use Stampin' Up and I really love the Stampin' Up ink pads. They're really juicy. They have a wide range of colours. They're in a nice large container. The lid is attached, so you know you're not going to lose the lid or forget which one goes on the top of which colour. But also what I like is that they have free labels in different languages that you peel off the back and just put on the side or whichever side that you like. Normally with crafting companies you have to pay extra for the labels, but with Stampin' Up you don't. So there's a lot to like about these ink pads. But I have heard a lot about the Gina K ones with the smoothing agent, so I also did a review on those in my, a couple of videos back, so I'll leave a link to that in the description. I've also seen a lot about these life-changing blending brushes, and I like the thought of these because I have a massive blending brush which is great for covering sort of large areas if you're stenciling and things like that. These are not, I don't think these are made anymore. I sort of tracked this down on eBay. But these large brushes here, there are other ones, there are alternatives. I'll leave a link to those in the description. But I just wanted to try them out anyway, along with these inks from Altenew. I forget what you call this pack, but there are 4 different colours. Mint Chalk, Pool, Mystic Lake and Teal Tempest. I love teal, it's one of my favourite colours. So I'm going to open these and I'm going to have a little bit of a test with blending just on normal card and then through a stencil. So I thought what I'd do first is just try a bit of normal ink blending, and then by the time I try the one through the stencil this may have dried, just to see how it dries back. The one thing I'm not sure of, apart from the fact that these are a lot smaller than I thought they were, is that this doesn't seem to go on very tightly. It's very loose, so I am hoping that that doesn't mean that it's going to get air inside and make it dry out too quickly. I don't know. So I'm not going to use the large blending brush for this because I'm just going to be testing the inks themselves, so I'll just use what I call a normal size one. I'm not really keen on the ones with the brown brushes. I like the ones with the white, because with a white blending brush you can see exactly what colour is on there, but it feels very soft. It's actually comparable to the Gina K brushes, very soft. So I'm going to try the first one. I'm just going to do some normal blending like I say to see how it goes on. Well, the brushes are very nice to use, I have to admit. Yeah, because they're sort of bendy as well, so you can alter the pressure as you're applying the ink. The ink's going on nicely. I'm not the best at blending, so just ignore that, but that seems very nice so far. And what I do like about the Altenew inks is they have so many colours, and you can buy them in packs of colours that go together like I have here. But like I say, they're a lot smaller than I thought they would be for the price, and they don't seem that sturdy, but never mind, I shall plod on. Oh, aha, now that, take that back because that clicked in there. Yeah, I give that another turn and it clicked in, it locked on nicely there, so that's me told. Good, I'm pleased about that because I was getting a bit worried about how loose they were. I'm just going to use the same brush because we're obviously in the same colour family. Oh sorry, that is Pool, this one. So I'll see how we go with this one. I'm not going to take any special care blending, as you can see. These are so pretty, and they're gliding on. I must admit the inks are gliding on, so that could partly be the brush, partly the ink. Yeah. That's gliding on nicely, that. Or I'm going to see if this works as well. If I can get that. Yeah. Just give it an extra hard turn, and that's it. That's made me feel a lot better, that. So I take back what I said about them not being sturdy. That's made me feel a lot better about these. So here we go. Next colour. Sorry, I keep forgetting to do the colour Mystic Lake. Like I say, I'm not that bothered about blending properly. I just want to see how well the inks do, how they apply, and how they dry back. Beautiful colours, really stunning. Okay, now the last one, Teal Tempest. Oh, that's beautiful. What a beautiful colour. And the ink pads do seem juicy enough. And it's felt. I don't know why I was expecting foam. I don't know why, but these are felt. I have no preference either way. I can use either. That's blended really beautifully, actually. I'm quite impressed with that. So my initial complaining about the ink pads seem to be a bit of a red herring, because yeah, they've blended really nicely. That's beautiful. That would make a nice ocean background, wouldn't it? It would make a nice. In fact, I might save that for a card, to be honest. Right, I'm going to give this a bit of a wipe, and then I'm going to start again from the top with the lighter colour. Okay, now we're back to Mint Chalk. Oh yeah, that's gone really tight. Yep, well done, Angela, for complaining about something you hadn't even tried properly. But never mind, that's just what I do. Just blending again over the lines just to try and get a nicer blend there. That's really nice, actually. I love those colours. And I have heard, to be honest, I have heard a lot of good things about these inks, and I can see why. Let me lift that up. I mean, it does look blotchy because I haven't really taken the care, and the light in this craft room is rubbish anyway. It actually looks better in real life than it does on camera. I can see that there. But I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to let it dry back while I do some stenciling. So if you have a sticky mat, or the stamp wheel with a sticky mat in, all you need to clean it is water and a kitchen towel. Probably still will stain, they all stain. Don't worry about it, that's what it's for. There, that's lifted it up nicely. That just water. Don't use anything astringent on there. Right, this is one of my favourite stencils. It's from scrapbook.com, Butterflies. Absolutely beautiful. I love this so much. Right, a nice big sheet this time. So I love this sticky mat, this stamp wheel. Just put everything in and everything grips nicely. This won't, of course. It's too small. So what I will do, I'll fasten this down with some tape. I'm going to use the large blending brush for this. Oh, it feels so soft. I love it. I'm not sure how much of a coverage we get, because I think these large ones and these soft brushes are to get a softer blend. So that's probably what we'll get on here, is a nice soft blend. That's what I'm hoping anyway. So I'll start with the Mint Chalk again. Like I say, this is just, these brushes give more of a soft blend, so you're not going to get anything too dramatic. But yeah, it's covering nicely. So I'll just speed this up now, and we'll go through the rest of the colours.
Drop jaws, I'm hitting gold, I'm made to win, it's no discussion.
Right, so my thinking is I should have used this brush over a much larger stencil, because it really wanted to go places, especially with those darker colours. So perhaps if I'm using a small stencil like this, I'll stick to this little blending brush, and all the other little ones we have, This one I think is meant for a larger surface area, but it went on really nicely. I have to admit, I really like those brushes so far. Oh, how pretty. Do you know, I thought I'd made such a mess of it, but how pretty is that? That stencil is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And those colours just blend so beautifully together. And I love the contrast between the really light and the really dark. Absolutely stunning. Right, I don't know if this has had long enough to dry yet, but I'll bring it in anyway. Yeah, so like I said, my blending leaves a lot to be desired, but it does look a lot worse on camera than it does in real life. The colours are just beautiful and they went on really beautifully. So do I think these are worth the price? Well, there's only you can decide that really. They are quite expensive, but all inks are. Whichever brand that you choose, you're going to have to pay a bit. So that's up to you to decide. But to be honest, I think I will stick with my initial instinct and to buy the Gina K ones. I'm not going to do it now. It's just that when my Stampin' Up! Ones start to run dry, instead of re-inking them, I'll replace them with a Gina K alternative, so to speak. But I'm really pleased I gave these a try because the colours are absolutely stunning. It actually went on like a dream, you know. It was really, really nice application. And these brushes, I have to admit, very, very nice. Worth the price. They're just as nice as the Gina K ones, if you ask me. I didn't see much difference in use of either of them. I think they're both of very similar quality. So like I say, I shall leave a link to some alternatives for that large blending brush. And you can decide for yourself whether it's something you want. But I'm hoping at some point I can give a better demonstration with that big one over a much larger surface area. But as it is, I'm quite happy with these purchases and I'm sure I'll get use out of these inks as they are. So I'm not sure if this review was useful to you. I just wanted you to see how they applied, how using a good brush and a good ink can make a difference to your projects, which, I mean, I still think that, I really do. But these, I would say they're comparable with the Stampin' Up! Ones. I would say they're both of very similar quality and they both apply about the same, so there's not much difference between them, to be honest. I do think the Gina K ones, with them having that smoothing agent in, it sort of tips the balance, I would say, in her favour, because they are the ones I'm going to go for the next. So if this was helpful, please let me know in the comments. If you would like any more reviews like this, if you have any tools or anything you'd like to see me review, please let me know. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye bye now.